Okay. So as I mentioned here, I am from Southern California. Growing up there in the 90s, I can tell you something very, very cool, like objectively cool, was snowboarding. That was probably the coolest thing you could do. Something maybe less cool than snowboarding was me in the 90s. I was a certified dork, still am, but at the time I had a bigger problem with it. In part because at middle school, I had been bullied so much that I actually had to switch schools. So you can imagine that, when I was starting my new school, I was in the midst of what I like to call a rebranding effort. And I was doing pretty well. I had some friendship feelers out. Things were looking good. I'd made this soccer team. A lot of opportunities come from that. But my parents, being parents, want to jumpstart this process. So they say to me, Kristen, pick one of your new friends. I'm like, guys, don't jinx it. I don't have any. Pick one, and we'll take her with us to Bear Mountain to go. We can all learn to snowboard for 6 days. And I was like, ooh, that's a good trip. That's a cool trip. And I have a friend in mind, future best friend Rachel. Okay? She and I have several things in common. We're both bored, bratty, entitled, trend-obsessed LA teens. And most importantly, we both play soccer. So this is going to be a friendship for life. I know this. I asked her, do you want to come? And she's like, okay, good trip. All right, yeah. I'm elated, I'm so psyched that I totally forget the fact that I'm so super afraid of heights, like crazily afraid of heights, any kind of heights, cliffs, jumps, views, I don't like them all right? And for the first couple of days, it doesn't really even come up, because when you're learning to snowboard, you get to be in this beautiful creation called the bunny slope, which is the best. It's like a pile of soft snow for you to flop around in until you figure out what you really are doing. And I'm psyched. I'm loving it there. Rachel's more ambitious than I, and unfortunately, her ambition is somewhat justified in that, the learning curve for snowboarding is short. It's really pretty good. By day 2, we're really shredding. You know what I mean? Which means that she wants to move over to the big mountain, and we're kind of negotiating the various grades of slope that I'm willing to try. There's the green circle, yeah, green means go. The intermediate, not so great, stern but fair, square, okay. But then comes the chic black diamond, which, okay, the branding's good, it sounds cool, but let me tell you, have you ever seen a skull and crossbones juxtaposed across any other color than black? I don't think you have, because it means danger. But at Bear Mountain, they have something even more special, a double black diamond, the most preposterous, dangerous thing on this earth, right? 2 dangers, abandon all hope, ye who enters here kind of slope. You're may as well just give up, But I'm okay, I don't want to go on a double black diamond, but there's this slope, unfortunately named called Geronimo, that has a lot of cachet. Because if you ski it, you can get a pin at the gift shop that says, I skied Geronimo. I tell Rachel, I'm like, hey, Rachel, we don't actually have to ski it. We can just tell them we did and just buy the pin. Rachel says, that's not sporting. I'm like, okay, fine. So it takes a couple days. I'm really holding out. I'm like, no, I don't want to. Finally, after a couple days of having to take long walks by myself and have brooding moments about, I need this girl to be my friend, I capitulate. I go, okay, let's do this. Let's do this crazy, stupid thing and go ski or snowboard Geronimo on our 6th day of snowboarding. No problem. So that's how I end up in the line at the base of its own chairlift. If you go up the Geronimo Express, the only way you're going to come down is via Geronimo. There are no other runs on this mountain. And everybody, the whole, the line looks like they're all so sleek and professional. There's no goofy hats or anything. Everybody looks like they were in some skiing music video or something. And we get assigned a cool dude, because it's a 3-person chairlift, to sit in between us. He's a skier. He's just enough to, older enough that Rachel is enthralled by the fact that he's there. I don't take to him at all because, 1, I'm already really nervous, but 2, this guy, this absolute motherfucking asshole, I'm sorry, refuses to let us put the chairlift safety bar down. Like, and I'm already in a bad place, and this is just making it worse. I'm over here, I'm clutching the bar, like, for dear life, like, just trying to, like, do, like breathing exercises. They're chatting happily away about, oh, I love Ski Academy, oh, me too, okay. I don't care. I'm over here, I'm freaking out. And over the corner of my eye, I'm like tracking the progress of the slope, and I see this like very disturbing development of a sheer cliff face, and it's like all the way up, like the side of the slope, it's just like, ooh, and it gets bigger and bigger and higher, and it ends just where the unloading zone is for the chairlift. And I'm not thrilled, because I don't know if you've ever snowboarded before, but it's a very awkward prospect for anybody, even if you were very seasoned, to get off, because you've got one foot like strapped in and one foot is not. So you're basically hokey poking yourself, like no matter what, like trying to keep balance. And I personally was not looking forward to the prospect of hokey poking myself possibly to death with that cliff face right there. But again, the breathing exercises, the keep it cool, keep it cool, keep it cool. All of a sudden I hear Rachel stop, like mid-sentence, like she stops speaking, and I kind of like corner my eye, like look over, like what's going on? And she's taking a deep inhalation in, because she's noticed the chairlift cliff situation. And I think, well, she's gonna stay cool because she has told me to stay cool, and no, that's not true. What she does is she lets out like a long panic wail of like, and whatever dam was inside of me has now completely burst open. I mean, this is like, I am like barely keeping it together at all. The guy sees this like developing situation. He does something I've never seen anybody do like before or since. He scoops Rachel up, puts her in between his legs as we're getting off the lift, like just like kind of sandwiching her, and they go just slaloming down the slope together. That fucking bitch. I'm sorry. The hokey pokey goes okay. I'm still here, you know. And I get off, but I'm shaken by the process, and I'm feeling, you know, very abandoned, you know, at this point. And I'm like, okay, well, you got to get down the slope. I look at the cliff face. I look down at the binding to get my other foot in, and I slide just like this much, and then I black out, like just completely lose consciousness. Yeah, I came to, like a couple of minutes later, as I was being loaded into a ski patrol toboggan for what I would call, at least at the time, gentlemen beefcakes. They are handsome, and they are frowning at me, or at least three of them are. They are saying everything that I had already said to Rachel. They're like, what are you doing on this slope? You have no business being here. Get off of it. Like, what were you thinking? And I'm like, yes, 100% agree. I know. One of them is, I think, seeing this, and he's the mischievous one, you know what I mean? He's the fun one. He winks at me, and he hands me, I swear, a little pin that says, Ski Patrol, Geronimo. They don't sell this one in the gift shop, you know? I put it on. I have to say, that was a nice silver lining. So I emerge at the bottom of the slope from my little ensconcement, and I'm resplendent with my pin on, and Rachel's casually waiting for me, and she takes a look. She's like, that's pretty cool. I was like, yeah, you can only get one if you actually try and ski, Geronimo. We're not super close friends. Thank you.